Hi, everyone. I received a question, actually four questions from someone out there who wanted to know about wills. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to just state the questions, and I'll give you some brief answers here. So the question that came in was about having a will. The first question was, why is it important to have one? The second question was, what should be covered in the will? The third question is, what kind of documentation should one have to be prepared for a will? And the fourth question is, can you ballpark what the cost is? Well, I'll tell you this, the easiest answer to those questions, number one, or the fourth question was, what are the costs? We have a great program here, really affordable pricing. If you see this, $250. That's it. You're not going to find that anywhere else. What happened was a few years ago, I decided that I just thought it was really important for our clients to have a will. I really wanted everyone to have one. And so I went out to my clients and I said, look, I'm going to give you certainty. I'm going to tell you the total cost for a will and a few other documents that we throw in there, powers of attorney, things of that nature, right? So the total cost is $250, and the clients loved it. They said, great, this is awesome. We know exactly what we're going to pay. It's affordable. And it was no longer a barrier to people getting these really basic documents that you need for your estate planning, right? So I'm putting it all out there for you too. It's $250. You get a simple will, healthcare power of attorney, general and durable power of attorney, authorization form, and a final disposition form. So that's the price. It's $250 per person. If you're a couple, husband and wife, it's going to cost you $500. Still, again, very affordable. Beats anyone else out there. I guarantee you, if you find somebody else cheaper than that, you let me know. All right, so back to these other questions here, though, and they're good questions. Why is it important to have one? Well, a will is going to help you in a few basic areas. It's going to help you to make a determination as to who gets your property after death, determine who is going to care for your minor children after death, and within a will, you can designate somebody to manage funds for your minor children after your death. So those are some really important reasons right there. But what a will does is, let's just say, it scoops up everything that is not already designated somewhere else. So let's say, for example, you have a life insurance policy, and when you set that up, it asked you for beneficiary information, and you designated certain people to receive funds in the event you passed. So a will is not going to touch that. Or another example would be if you have like a 401k through your employer, you set up beneficiary designations. Again, a will is not going to touch that. We call that documents that transfer upon death, okay? So a will is going to scoop up anything, any property that you have that is outside of a transfer on death document. We're talking about cash on hand, perhaps cash in deposit accounts, real estate, personal property, things of that nature. And it's important to have because without designating who gets what, then it's not decided for you. The state laws will decide that. So you do want to go into your will and designate who gets your estate. And you can divide that up how you wish, and we'll work with you to make sure that it's allocated how you want to do that. You could do specific dollar amounts or you could do percentages. There's a lot of different ways it can be done. So that's where it's very helpful. Now, if you have minor children, you do need to designate who is going to care for your kids after death, okay? And we call that a guardian. And you can nominate a guardian and an alternate guardian within the will. And then you want to make sure that you have a trust set up within the will for your minor children, and a trustee, that's a person who is going to be responsible for managing those funds for your children. And you'll want to set a trust age. So we're looking at 18, 21, 25, something like that. All right, so those are the basic things that are covered in a will. If you have more questions about that, let me know. The kind of documentation that you need, I think it's just best to have an idea of what your assets are. And within those assets, if you've already designated how those transfer upon death in some document or in those forms themselves, you need to know that. And kind of just do an inventory of, okay, what is it that I have? Now, we try to make these wills so that they're flexible, so that you're not coming back here every time you obtain a new asset, such that it's specific but general enough that it can be transferred. and you don't, again, have to make modifications all the time. So that's what I would say. If you have more questions about specifically what documentation do you need, we can talk about that. Just reach out to us. I hope this was valuable to you. We're here to help you, and would definitely like to help you. It's a great price. So give us a call if you'd like. Take care, everyone.